Page 177, Unit 10, Lesson 5. This is very interesting photo. Do you know what is it? It is the moon. That's right, it's a photo of the moon, but it's an unusual photo. This isn't what we see when we look into the sky at night. This is the far side of the moon. So, is this the side of the moon we can see from the earth? That's right, no one had seen this side of the moon before. 1959, that's when the Russian spacecraft Luna 3 took the first photo of it. As soon as the photos were taken, they appeared in the newspaper around the world. The photos weren't very clear, but everyone was very excited to see them. Then in 1965, Russia sent Zone 3, another spacecraft, to orbit the moon. It took 25 photos and they were much clearer. Has anyone made a map of the moon? Good question. From 1966 to 67, the USA sent spacecraft to orbit the moon and take photos. They used this to craft map to the moon. At the same time, Russia created maps using the photos from Zone 3, where all of the photos of the far side of the moon taken from Zone 3 taken by spacecraft. No, soon after the maps were created, astronauts from the Apollo 8 spacecraft became the first people to see the far side of the moon. They took photos of the moon as they orbited. Have any spacecraft landed on the far side of the moon? Yes, NASA sent a spacecraft to the far side of the moon 1962, but it broke when it landed. A long time after this, in 2019, a Chinese spacecraft successfully landed on the far side of the moon. Lesson 5. Read about the history of maps. When did people first use satellites for maps? 100S. Botany draw one of the first map. It showed the area around the Mediterranean. 11 AI literacies from North Africa. Draw map in a book called Tabula Regina. It showed the world as a circle. 1500, the Spanish sailor Juan de la Guza drew the first map to show America. Gradus Mercator find a way to draw the round world on the flat paper. 108,000, road and railway make travel easier. Map becomes smaller and better. 1950, the first satellite photos are taken of the Earth and map give much more information. 2005, people start to use map on their phone and computer. They use satellites to get directions.